before we get into the first impression of the eyeshadow palette, I'm going to just go ahead and do my face on camera because I have a couple of new products that I think are pretty exciting, at least in my opinion. And I'm going to start with the Maybelline Master Prime Primer and Base Blur and Smooth. Now, these are like pretty affordable primers. They're like probably maybe $6 or so. And they have like 4 or 5 different kind. I wanted to get the hydrating kind, but they were actually out of stock for that one, which is okay. So I just got this one, and I was really nervous because I don't like, well, it's not that I don't like, but I didn't want a silicone primer because I wanted to try something else, and this is not. This is like a liquid. As you guys saw in my foundation routine video, which I'm sure you've seen, but if you haven't, yeah, I'll leave the link in the description. But I said that I didn't bake much anymore under my eyes, but I'm going to today because we're going to be working with a bit of color. I'm like trying to be more laid back in my videos, so if I don't mention a product, I'll put it in the description box. But I'm going to try to mention them. So as you guys know, I'm like really good at doing my brows. So yeah, I'm going to be taking the Pretty Vulgar gel liner because I have black hair. Oh, fuck. So, yeah, if you're wondering, Corey, you already have your face makeup on. It's because I wasn't recording. But it's okay because my contour is too strong. I use the same blush I always do. But unfortunately, I used my new ColourPop highlighter, and I applied it with my finger like that, and on my nose with Cupid's bow and stuff. But you didn't miss much. And also, I used the Wet n Wild, I don't know why I took the cap off, Photo Focus Finimat. It says Finimat. Whatever. I did like this, and then like this is the whole reason I'm actually even filming this video, and this is the Pink Ladies Collector's Edition like 40th anniversary eyeshadow palette, and this is by the brand SOLA. Look, and if you don't know who they are, you guys seriously need to jump on board. They have a Dirty Dancing eyeshadow palette, they have a Flash Dance eyeshadow palette, and the Dirty Dancing palette actually comes with a liquid lipstick. They've got Saved by the Bell liquid lipsticks, and they've got the Grease palette, and they're actually also working on a Beverly Hills 90210 palette, but they make stuff like that all the time, and they're just super cool, super awesome. I reached out to them, they responded back to me, and they were happy to send me over this palette to review for you guys. I'm so excited that they did that. Thank you. So like if you're watching this, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it, and I won't let you down. But yeah, so it comes in this really cute in my opinion, this is minimal packaging, which is what I prefer. It comes in this sleeve, and it says Pink Ladies on the front, Collector's Edition, and it says Paramount right in the lower corner. And on the back, it tells you just like information about grease. And I'm going to keep this cardboard for sure because I want to protect this. But yeah, here's the front. It is so cute, and I don't know if you guys have seen Grease or not. I love Grease. Honestly, it's iconic. It's been iconic in my family, and I just adore Grease. I have for years. I have like 2 copies of it. So yeah, the front is the Pink Ladies, of course, and on the back it has everyone. And I just think it's so cool. It's like, that's such a good idea. You know, they could have done like a Sandy and Danny palette, but this is cooler. This is like the Pink Ladies. This is like the iconic like trio, you know, or not trio, quadruple lits or whatever. But yeah, so we're gonna open this up. So you could definitely use this palette on its own, and I wanted to use it on its own, but I decided I wanted to incorporate some other shades in my collection just because I feel like that's more realistic than anything. I'm not going to tell you guys where I got the shades the other shades that I'm using because I want the palette to speak for itself, but I will let you know when I'm not using a shade that's in the palette. But the main shades of this look is going to be from this palette. So I'm going to be taking a fluffy, peachy, kind of like transition shade in the crease. And I'm just going to kind of like windshield wiper motions through the crease as a transition shade because we are going to be working with some color and I just want to make sure everything's going to blend perfectly. So now I'm going to be taking like a brownish tan color. Like I said, I'm not going to tell you the exact brand because and by the way, they did not pay me to do this. They just sent it to me. They did send it to me for free, but it's in collaboration with them, but they're not paying me to say anything that I'm saying. And they did not tell me I couldn't mention other brands. It's just that I don't want you guys to be stuck so much on the brand, because you can literally use anything in your collection. It doesn't have to be what I'm using. You don't even have to use this palette, but I'm just like reviewing this for you guys. But, you know, I just don't want to talk about 100 million different brands and then you guys get discouraged or concerned thinking that you can't do this because you can. Just take like a dark, or not a dark, like a medium tan color, and just pop it right over that transition color. And I'm just going to be like putting that on the outer crease. Don't forget, you guys, this is just a base for the colors that we're going to be using out of this palette. So, you know, it doesn't have to be perfect. Just make sure you blend it. And we're going to be putting it on the inner corners as well. I'm going to be taking this shade right here, Heartbreak, and it is so freaking pigmented. I know that word's like cringy these days, but it is so pigmented, it's unreal. It's beautiful, super metallic, as you guys saw from the swatches. And I'm just going to be taking that on the outer crease. I'm just focusing on patting that in. Not so much blending it out right now. This is with no, oh crap, I'll get that later. This is with no setting spray, And you guys can imagine how intense it would be with setting spray. I'm actually just going to use my finger. That is so pretty. Yes. For the inner corner, I'm going to use the brush though. Okay, so now that we have our color Heartbreak laid down, I'm going to find another flat brush and we're going to go in with a blue. Let me see, is that one going to work? Oh. Okay, I think this might work. So I'm going to drench this one in setting spray just because I want it to be like literally wet. Like I want it to be icy. Okay. So it's super drenched. And this shade is actually called Frosty Palace. And I'm going to take that on this dense brush. Okay. I have to concentrate for this part, so I might speed it up because I'm not going to be talking much. But basically, I'm just going to be putting this in the center of the lid. I'm going to try not to go too far into that copper color Heartbreak. So what this is doing is literally creating a spotlight, like light right in the center of your eye. Oh my god. Sorry, this is so gorgeous. Wow. And it's awesome because a lot of times when I do spotlight or halo eyes or whatever, the color I put in the middle like picks up my concealer and stuff, but this is not doing that at all. Alright, so I'm going to go back in with the beige and peachy shades and just throw those under my eyes. And then take that chocolate brown that we put in the crease earlier and put that under there as well. I like for my lower lash line to be super blown out. A lot of people don't do their lower lash line, but I pretty much have to. My look doesn't feel complete unless I do it. I'm going to take, come on. Okay, here's like the tiniest pencil brush I own. I'm going to spray it once. Go in with the shade Frosty Palace, the blue shade in the palette. And then just put it under the lower lash line right in the inner corner. I really hope that these colors are picking up as beautiful as they actually are because they are stunning. For lips today, I'm going to be taking the LA Colors Pout Lip Gloss Matte. And I'll never understand why they call things matte lip gloss, but this is in the shade Let's Kiss. It's way too pink for what I wanted, but maybe we can put something in the center. It's super pigmented though. Wow. Okay guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know that some of the components of this video weren't great. Like I forgot to like record my contour and highlight and stuff. But the star of the show was this, so that's the most important thing. And if I didn't let you guys know, earlier, this is actually $38. That's the only qualm I have with this palette, is that it is kind of on the expensive side, but you're mostly paying for, one, the quality, because the shadows are very nice, and two, you're also paying for what it actually is, and that is, you know, the Pink Ladies palette. You're paying for the name, but that in this case is not a bad thing, because you want to pay for the name. You pay for a grease palette. If you buy this palette, you're most likely buying it because it's, you know, a household movie. It's an iconic movie, a cult classic movie, and so that's why you're buying it mostly, and that's why I would buy it in my opinion. But if you guys love grease and you love collecting old things like this, or like, no, it's not old, but if you love collecting things, this is great. This is great for you. If you don't like grease, if you've never seen grease, if you don't like shimmers, and if you don't understand a palette that has mostly satins and shimmers, this is not the palette for you. But I guarantee you that Sola Look has something for you. The Dirty Dancing palette and the Flashdance palette, they all have all mattes. And yeah, so I really, really enjoyed this palette. I'm really happy they sent it to me, and maybe I can review something else from them in the future. But yeah, so once again, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and let me know what you want to see next. I have a few videos planned. I want to do how to get the perfect wing liner, how to apply false eyelashes. I had an eyelash brand send me I had an eyelash company send me a pair of lashes to review for you guys, and they're gorgeous. I've already worn them, and I decided that I do want to do a review for you guys. And yeah, so I have several videos planned, like I said, but still just let me know what you want to see down in the comments, and I'll leave my Instagram and Twitter below, and I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
We go to